What is going on, guys? Craig 1287 here, bringing you some Titanfall gameplay. This is on the PC beta, and yeah, this game is pretty dadgum fun. Not gonna lie. Call of Duty, you can't really talk about this game without mentioning COD. It's kind of difficult because this is from the people that made COD, and it definitely feels very COD-esque. With the way that the weapons, the recoil and things like that, it's definitely different. It's not identical, but there are some similarities. And is that necessarily a bad thing? No. The COD franchise obviously has done well for itself, but what killed COD for me was they had to keep one-upping every single release, and they had to keep introducing new things, which was kill streaks. Eventually that became point streaks. They had to keep adding and improving all the different perks and whatnot, and it just got to the point where you can't balance something properly when you have all of that junk going on. There's just way too much going on. And you'll see there, I'm getting used to the parkour system in this, because this was my very first round. You'll see that I was rank 1. This is my very first round. I'm getting used to the sensitivity of the guns and aiming system. And this dude with his friggin' shotgun, these things are crazy overpowered. Not overpowered, but they're crazy powerful. Yeah, it's I mean, I have no clue what the map layout is. I don't know what any of these I think right here I'm using the cloak. I had no clue how to use that stuff. And get turned on, son. But yeah, it's just it's an amazing experience. Is the 6v6 that bad? No. In fact, like I kind of said at first, when this kind of came out, that it would be 6v6, I'm pretty sure, at that time I said, I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing. And it turns out that's pretty much true. If they had more than 6 human players on each side, on each team, then it would definitely be a little overkill. The feeling is definitely there. You never really have a sense of not being in an open big fight. There's never really a time that there's not anything to shoot. Granted, it's not as satisfying killing the grunts, because they really don't pose that much of a threat. Sentinels, on the other hand, can sometimes be a threat, especially if you're in a Titan. They will use their anti-Titan equipment on you. I thought that thing was I thought that fire hydrant was an enemy. But yeah, the Sentinels can be a pretty big threat. But for the most part, the grunts are just, I mean, they're cannon fodder. You farm them to get points, to get your Titan called in faster, or to use your Titan's like ultimate ability. You'll see that going on there in the bottom right. It is counting down, and as you kill stuff and do things, it reduces the timer on there. So, and here I have no clue. Like, I'm just staring at the Titan. I was waiting for something to happen, and but now I've gotten a hang of the game. I know how that works. How it'll chill there as an auto Titan when you call it in and things like that. I know that just because it lands, the people are not already in it. I'm getting a hold of the way that the weapons work, and oh god, this right here, getting cock blocked by the enemies is just so aggravating. Oh, I hope they change that. Now, they've done a good job when you're walking around like these trees and plant life and street signs and street posts. Those don't get in your way. You pretty much just walk directly through them as a Titan, and they really, really need to, I don't know, squeeze the hitbox, or whatever you want to call it, for being able to walk through or just past individuals. Because oh god, so many times, especially in the mode Last Titan Standing, where everybody starts out in Titans. Once your Titan dies, you lose it permanently. You only have one life, and the whole objective is to kill all the Titans. Not necessarily their pilots, but the Titans. And because everybody has Titans, you get stuck going down these corridors. You pretty much can only have like 2 people together, because if you have 3, oh dude, I couldn't even imagine playing this without people on TeamSpeak, Because on TeamSpeak, we actually say, you know, or we'll tell everybody, getting cock blocked. And it lets everybody know that it's just, oh god, that would be so miserable. So that, I really do hope that changes. And shooting that guy in the air, it's always pretty cool. Shooting these guys when they launch up out of their Titans and when people are going through the air, it's just, the spectacle level of this game is definitely up there. I mean, Battlefield has all the vehicles and air and sea. It's got the destructibility and things like that, but this definitely has the speed. It's got the air verticalityness of everything. It's a very fun game. Is this going to become the primary game on my channel? I highly doubt that. I would definitely plan to upload some great footage, and dadgum, these kicks, that's another thing. It's pretty much the commando lunge from Call of Duty back in the day when that melee would lock on and lunge you very far forward. It's kind of like that. Hey, look, I'm rank 2. And so, but yeah, this game, I don't think it's going to have the longevity that Battlefield has. The depth that Battlefield has with its weapons. See, in COD, a lot of the guns just feel the same. Yeah, there's going to be a standout one, but they all just have such high rates of fire. They all have such low recoils, and that's kind of the case in this. Granted, the LMG in the beta is not available except through burn cards. And if you guys don't know what burn cards are, we'll just do your research. But yeah, it's and that actually had some recoil for the one that I used. I think that the card gives you an LMG that's like sped up or something that has like a faster rate of fire. So that might have added to it as to why it seemed like it had higher recoil. But it definitely had noticeable recoil compared to the carbine that you're given and the SMG that you can unlock. So, but still, the weapons just don't, I don't know. It's a beta. I don't want to draw too many conclusions yet. But, yeah, the depth in the weapons probably is not going to help. There's only Titans. There's 3 different Titans, but they're all on the ground. None of the Titans can get launched in the air. That would actually be a cool Titan to see in the future. One that has boosts like the jump jets that you have on the infantry. But I don't know. COD it lacked a certain depth to it. This clearly has more depth than COD, but I'm hoping it'll have more balance than COD. With them only having 3 different Titans, if there's only a few weapons, I mean, you can really have some solid balance. And I think that would be a really darn cool for them to do, and not to just succumb to, we gotta add more, we gotta add more, we gotta have more, we gotta have more. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because this game is incredibly enjoyable. The fun, the pacing, it's very action-packed. I definitely am going to enjoy playing this when I'm not playing Battlefield with the TG guys. My gun on my Auto Titan is sticking through the wall. But yeah, I believe the game is going to be launching with 14 different maps. I'll include a little link below in the description that shows what some of I think they went and looked in the game's code to see all the different equipment and abilities and whatnot, and it doesn't seem like it's that much. And the fact that you can only have one on at a time, like I've watched my brother play COD Ghosts, and there were times when he had like 8 different perks or something on, and that's just way too much. And that guy right there, it's beta, so it'll get fixed, but right now he is rodeoing me. You'll see that rodeo attack, Divsy. He's on top of me, shooting at like my core or whatever. I think he got, but and he kind of glitched onto me. So hopefully this game will be ironed out. Currently, I am facing a major, almost game-breaking bug. My sound will consistently cut out after about a minute of play, and all the sounds of shooting, stepping, everything gets replaced by just pop sounds, and it really is almost game breaking. I have no clue when people are shooting at me. I don't know if I'm taking damage aside from the visual cues, but oftentimes I'm not looking for those visual cues because there's so much going on that you have to pay attention to. I'd like to focus rather on other things rather than my damage warnings. those little arrows that you see there popping up just below my crosshair. So, yeah, but there is some depth, for sure. So I can imagine. I don't want to get burned out on the game. I'm not going to rock it out just constantly from the launch. And here we do get defeated. So this is the epilogue mode where we have to run to that location where it says arriving in 20 seconds. That is where the dude comes by, flies down, and picks you up. And so even though you lose, you have a chance to somewhat win. And it was just pretty epic that this actually got to happen for my very first round. Griff that I'm playing with, he had actually gotten, I think he's already rank 14 by this point. I got into the beta a little late, but yeah, it was pretty cool that we actually got to survive. And here's one of the guys trying to kill us as we're escaping, and I get in almost at the last second. Here you see it, it's taken off now. So yeah, this game, very fun. By the time you're watching this, the Xbox One should be in open beta. It already is right now. And PC should be in open beta. Check this out, guys. It runs like a dream. I've even got the insane texture mode on, which requires a graphics card of 3 gigs, and it still runs like a dream. So even if you guys were to run it on high texture, where you don't need 3 gig RAM for your video card, it just runs like it's on Source Engine. This thing is the easiest thing to run, so check this out. Hopefully my sound issue will get fixed. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to do commentary over everything because it's not appealing. It's not appeasing to the ears to hear the just constantly. So, guys, check this out. The beta is great. It's only going to be up for a few more days, or actually even a couple more days. I think it ends on Wednesday. It did get a 1-day extension, so check it out. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good one. Ta-ta.